Hey y'all! I'm getting ready to have Brandon's graduation party, and I thought some of you out there might like to know how to host a party. I've hosted lots of parties through the years, and I think sometimes we can psych ourselves out with how to host a party. It doesn't have to be difficult, and I'm going to give you a few easy steps so that you can host a party too. I just went to Evite and made Brandon's invitation and sent it electronically to everybody. All right, so to start with, we need to do a little bit of pre-planning. You need to decide what the theme of your party is going to be. Is it a birthday party, a graduation party, just a party with friends, maybe a game night or a dinner party? So decide what your theme is going to be, and that'll kind of set the course for what you're doing. Let you know what your colors need to be, if you're going to use plastic or if you're going to go with real plates. Little things like that matter because you have to know ahead of time. This was my son's engagement party. We were playing the not quite newlywed game. This was for a mother-daughter tea, and this was for a wedding shower. Next, you need to decide your menu. Is it going to be a full meal, or are you just going to have snacks? And that a lot of times is determined by the time that you set your party. We're doing pizza and games for Brandon's graduation party. He loves games. Whether you're doing a meal or just snacks, I found that setting up stations works very well with small groups of people and with large groups of people. It helps to kind of people move. So some of the stations you may want to set up are a dessert station, a drink station, either a snack station or the main dish station. Typically, I keep my cups, and usually I do use solo cups when I'm having a big party with the drink station. And then I always group my napkins, plates, and utensils in one main area. I guess it would kind of be a station too. You also need to decide what you're going to be doing, if you're just going to be eating and fellowshipping or if you're going to play a game. There are lots of fun games out there that you can play with little guys all the way up to older adults. One of the ones that we found that does a wide age range of people is Bunko. So look that one up, get the rules online, but it's an easy dice game that you can play in groups and you rotate around. So it's kind of neat because it's a mix and mingle. If your party guests don't know each other, it's a fun way for them to get to meet each other. Now, when we've hosted parties and played Bunko, you can have prizes. You don't have to have prizes. If you're going to do prizes for Bunko, typically you can do it for the highest score, the most Bunkos scored, and the lowest score. So it would be 3 main gifts that you would need. Typically, I have a gift closet, and I just go to that gift closet and pull from there as long as my gift closet is loaded. If not, ahead of time you're going to want to buy, you could go to the dollar store or you could go to Bath and Body Works. A lot of times I've done hand soaps or candles. Even if a guy gets those, usually his significant other or his girlfriend or whoever is going to be happy with that. So that's typically what I do for the gifts. I have also done $5 Starbucks cards, and those are fun too. You've planned your party, you've sent out the invitations, and hopefully you have an idea of how many guests are going to be coming. I found through the years that a lot of people don't RSVP, so I always plan for a little bit more, and then we're good to go if we have a little bit less. But you definitely want to make sure you have enough of everything, so it's better to plan over than to plan under, as far as food and games and all that goes. So it's the day of the party. Couple things you want to do. Hopefully the day before you've done a whole clean of your house. The day of the party you want to just hit your bathrooms, make sure they're freshened up. You may want to vacuum over or dust over your floors just to freshen them up. And before you lay all of your food and snack and drink items out, you want to make sure you spray your counter down, get it totally clean, and then you can lay all your items out. It's okay if every room in your house is not perfectly clean. Just close the door. It's not the end of the world. If somebody asks to see your house, you can just say, oh, it's not ready to be shown right now, but I'll be happy to have you back. You know what? We're all human, and sometimes time runs short, so don't feel bad about that. I've had a party before where I had to put clean clean laundry basket in my tub because I didn't have time to put the clothes away. You know what? Who knew? It was behind the shower curtain and it was dealt with. You want to make sure that when you have your guests that you're not stressed out. You want to enjoy having the party. That's the point of it, is to have fun and enjoy the fellowship. So don't stress yourself out over it. And pre-planning can help so that you're not stressed out over it. A couple other things to do on the day of the party before guests arrive, usually about 30 minutes before guests arrive. I light my candles, make sure that they're going and have the house filled. If you have an aroma, a mister, you may want to get your mister going if you haven't already started it. And then make sure in each one of the rooms that you're going to be using, you have a small lamp on just to light the room up. Also, just make sure in your bathrooms that you have a hand towel present, hand soap, and plenty of toilet paper, because you don't want your guests running out of that. I sure do hope this has been helpful to give you some ideas on how to host a party. There are lots of fun things you can do, from a taco bar to a pasta bar. It doesn't have to be difficult. It can actually be very simple. And the whole point is to enjoy your food and fellowship with your guests. So happy partying! I'm so glad you could join me for this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. Thanks for joining me.